Hello and welcome back to Hindsight. I go by the name of Heinz, also known as Ketchup Man, and thank you so much for tuning in for another video. We are discussing one of the most talked about scandals in the UK scene, and that is the Tim Westwood scandals, because it has just hit the press today. According to the Standard, Tim Westwood, CPS to consider bringing charges against former BBC Radio 1 DJ. Prosecutors are considering whether to bring charges against ex-BBC Radio 1 DJ Tim Westwood after police handed over a file of evidence into non-recent sexual abuse allegations. Why is it non-recent? That's because there were allegations made against Tim Westwood back in 2022. These allegations span from 1992 to 2016, where 7 women came forward with sexual assault allegations against the DJ in a joint investigation by the BBC and The Guardian. They accused him of predatory behavior, unwanted sexual touching, and exploitation of his position in the music industry. After this initial investigation, there was 10 more women came forward, including one who came forward saying that she was a minor alleging that she was a minor when Tim Westwood had access with her, and he was in his 30s at the time. Again, 10 more women came forward to allege similar things. One of them included a minor in this one. Ouch. The Met Police have been investigating accusation of offences alleged to have happened between 1982 and 2016. The offences are alleged to have happened when the 66-year-old, by the way, was at the height of his career as a leading hip-hop DJ. The former BBC One radio DJ who stepped down from his show on Capital Extra in 2022 has previously strongly denied any wrongdoing. The Met have confirmed evidence has been handed to the Crown Prosecution Service, which will now decide whether to bring charges against DJ. And should they bring charges, we are going to be right here to report on it on Hindsight. The detective superintendent Andy Furphy, whose team is leading the investigation, said a file of evidence has now been submitted to the Crown Prosecution Service (CPS), and our team continues to make inquiries with support from prosecutors. We will thoroughly and properly investigate sexual offences as part of our commitment to making London safer for women and girls. A CPS spokesperson said, "We can confirm we received a file from the Metropolitan Police Service regarding sexual allegations of a non-recent sexual offences allegedly committed by a man in his 60s. Before we go further, I'm just going to go and read a tweet from 2022 of someone who has been speaking of Tim Westwood. Michael Morgan tweeted, "Worth noting that Ronnie P and Ty RIP relentlessly told us of Tim Westwood's predatory behavior. No one listened. Surviving Tim Westwood." That hashtag has been trending since 2022. Now, the references that he was making was surviving R. Kelly, as we know what has happened there with R. Kelly, the disgraced R&B singer. But he's also saying that Tim Westwood better hope that more young girls do not come forward to speak of his predatory behavior, because and we're gonna go read some more tweets. We're gonna go back to 2020 to read some more tweets where people were speaking of Tim Westwood. These are some more videos of Tim Westwood. Hold up. Back in 2020, when people were discussing Tim Westwood, people were speaking in quasi kind of support of him. Some people here like saying, "So people are mad because Tim Westwood sleeps with consensual young adults, so you will sleep with him." Then yeah, I've met him and he was quite flirty. But I laughed it off and went home. So no. So what she's implying here is everyone has a choice to make, and if you choose to sleep with him, it should be no problem. And One user writes here saying, "I feel sorry for him as he is yet another middle class bishop's son who was privately educated. Sadly, following a bang on his head during a private lessons, he is now thinks that he is a street kid. This despite being old enough to have been grafted with Bill Sykes and Bullseye." I don't know who those two are. So let people do what they enjoy, and there's like no one stopping him. That's literally the problem. One user writes, "Well, he's 62, so it's kind of off-putting that he sleeps with 18-year-olds. But consenting consent. Fair enough. I just think it's common for older men to have preferences for younger women, especially those who are famous or have money." Yeah, but come on, Amy, 62. Oh Lord. Other people have been pulling Westwood on blast, saying, why is it important to point out things that Tim is older than? Because he is still going to uni raves and preying on very young women. R.I.P. Ty. Thank you for calling out Tim Westwood's predatory behavior. And let's look at some more tweets. Are we really shocked at Tim Westwood being a effing pig? You can tell how he treats female artists. He interviews that he's disgusting effing person, and everyone was always just laughing about it. I've been saying this. We see how he talks to big established female artists. The Cardi B interview made me sick, to be honest. I felt so sorry for her. Imagine the young girls that have no celebrity status that he must have got away with. All of you supporting and protecting that pig Tim Westwood are also to blame. You put young black women in danger and literally fed them to the wolf, all for radio plays. Your moms must be proud. I'll go to the Cardi B interview in a sec, but why are people speaking so vehemently and so conviction against Tim Westwood? That's because there are articles like this exist. I went on a further dig to see what more has come of Tim Westwood, and I found this in 2023 2013 article. They left a tab. It said, "Big dog in big mess. Westwood's sexist gigs leave students disgusted. DJ Tim Westwood tells freshers young enough to keep pussy tight and clean." So this was done on the 8th of October 2013. The article was written. Hip hop clown Tim Westwood unleashed a torrent of grim sexist gags during his gig at Leicester Student Union on Saturday. In a performance to 2,000 students, the 56-year-old made a series of explicit comments to the crowd, many of whom are 38 years younger than him, many meaning he could legally be their grandfather. Saturday's students attending Saturday's We Love R&B event, part of Freshers Events program, told how the former Pin My Ride host yelled a series of bizarre jokes, including "Girls, keep your pussy tight and clean," "Girl in the front row with a black dress on, I'll be effing you later," "Security have told me you need to wear a sports bra." The Wally DJ, who left Radio 1 as part of a planned scheduling change, went to inform those watching his performance that this song goes out to all the girls with clean, wet pussies. And Westwood borrowed the catchphrase of fellow aging sexist Richard Keys by posting an Instagram video of a couple grinding with the caption "Smash that homie." Is a video. Disgust. Unimpressed students told the tab that they are disgusted at the DJ's behavior. Ross Copping told the tab to paraphrase Tim, "I did hear him ask girls how tight their pussy was," which was rather vulgar. The impression I gained from the girls I was clubbing with was that he was plain derogatory, and although a commendable DJ, had no place in our O2 Academy if he wished to conduct himself in such a manner. Freshers Laurie Pettis said, "Through the whole night he was being very vulgar towards the women in the audience. It was uncomfortable and inappropriate, in my opinion, to ask which 18-year-olds in the audience want to get their pussy out to tell someone that he will be effing her later on in the night. I felt it was practically confrontational. Denial. When we contacted Westwood, his representatives threatened the tab with legal action, claiming witnesses had mistaken his words for lyrics from reggae songs. His spokesman said, "It seems you're referencing lyrics of certain reggae songs, such as Pondy Cocky by Idonna, Stop Sign by Conscience, and Titus by Busy Signal, containing sexually explicit lyrics similar to your quotes. These are the biggest records in the reggae dancehall, which are played in all venues that play reggae music. It is well known that Tim Westwood is a DJ who plays reggae, hip hop, soca, and Afrobeats at all of his performances." Finally, Tim played a record by R. Kelly called "Bump and Grind" during his set, which as a joke he dedicated to non-specific girl in the front row, and no individual person was singled out. This was non-offensive banter with the crowd. At no point was offense meant, and none was taken by people at the front row. Now, the reason why I'm going through this is because you can see how he would blur these lines and how he would continue to push the envelope each time. Also, I know another reason I'm going through this is also because Tim Westwood wasn't just DJing to over 18s. He also had under 18 parties as well that he was booked at. So it wasn't just adults that he was DJing to. He was also DJing to under 18s. How do I know this? Because I have met the guy. He has and if you have been at the time, I saw his gig list, and this was back in 2011. He used to DJ for under 18s as well as over 18s. It's so well and good to say that these are song lyrics, but this is unfortunately how it starts. This is how people test the waters. This is how people because some people do respond to that, and they might be waiting, especially when they're young and impressionable. They might be waiting at the end of the night for him. Let's not pretend though. That's essentially what would happen. Like some people may take some of these lyrics that he's saying they're just lyrics as seriously, and they might wait for him. So I'm not even surprised that all of these are coming out now. I'm not surprised at all. But did I know he was up to this? Nope. Nope. Like I said, I just met him once, and that was it. Like I've been to a couple more of his DJ sets. I actually enjoy his DJ sets. He's a good DJ, but yeah, he is very vulgar. But I wouldn't say that I knew the guy personally to say, oh, I can say that he is definitely a predator. No, but clearly others that knew him in a more personal capacity, I've called him out on many occasions. Okay, and this is the Cardi B video that was referenced earlier.
Oh,
what is there to talk about?
How many inches do you like?
Well, it really depends. I think I look real sexy and slutty with 40 inches of burned steak.
Oh my days, when it touches the butt, that
Yeah,
is
when it touches
so
the butt.
thotty, baby.
Yeah, guys like that.
I love that. So you like go in on men?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
very
man.
satisfying to know that
Seriously.
I'm causing you pain.
Oh, I'm feeling it, baby. I feel like... Calm down, woman.
That is uncomfortable.
Maybe one day
as
you'll
hell.
be my trap queen.
That is.
I think that's inspired.
This was before she was upstairs as well.
Or do you just like, I'm going to hurt you?
And what's your attitude towards white chocolate?
I never dealt with somebody that's actually lighter than my skin complexion.
Was. Mm-hmm.
That is uncomfortable as hell.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
May
Right?
I? Oh,
Ooh.
amazing. Too
'Cause
much titties.
I want to lick it. Lick.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. We're gonna continue following the Tim Westwood saga to see what might unfold from it, and if it goes to court, we shall definitely be bringing you updates right here on Hindsight. If you find any value from this content, let me know in the comment section below, and just like that, we're gonna leave it there. Take care of yourself and have a great evening or day wherever you're at. Have a good day. Bye bye. Stay blessed.